Hello there, Leo. My name's Frankie. I'm a clairvoyant, clairaudient medium, and an empath. This reading's for Leo for April of 2020. We're 4 months into the year. For all of you that are new out there, I pull 4 cards for the month. We use the bottom card on the deck, kind of like an overall view of the month. And we'll pull an angel card at the end of the reading to hopefully bring everything together for us. Now, I am an empath, so I have a speech pattern. I speak as if I'm you. Makes all you Leos named Frankie. For the time of the reading, look at your moon sign and your rising sign. You'll get a more comprehensive view of the month, and I don't think the cards are going to go week by week. I think they'll blend in and out throughout the month as an overall view of the month. Now, I have a short message for us, and it's a little bit odd, I'm assuming. I feel like this month we're going to experience friction. When I laid these cards, I understood it might be with partnerships or relationships in general. Could be because a lot of us this month, or the month I'm making these in, we've been quarantining maybe in the house for way too long. Could be that kind of energy. But they're saying we are leaders, right? First and foremost, we are leaders, but we are fire. Fire has the ability to warm and heat and shine light, but it also has the ability to burn and destroy if it gets into a conflict situation. Now, there must be some kind of friction going on this month. So, what they're saying to do for us to do with this energy is if we feel conflict, right? Do our best, because a leader is just, right? A leader's just, and a leader is fair. So, first and foremost, and there's cards that support this too. First and foremost, be just and fair and understand the other person. Try to understand a motivation. If someone said something crappy to us, understand a motivation and meet it with just being just and fair at all times, right? Meet any challenge or friction like that. Our words are play, peace, and we need that, all of us, respect, presence, as in the presence of God or the source or the universe, that kind of presence, and healing. So we might need some healing too. We got one tough card in here, actually. Well, we got one that's really tough here, but I think we'll live through it because the first cup, our first card here is the Two of Cups. Our first cup is the Two of Cups here. And that's a good energy. That's the energetics of some type of a coupling, like people coming together in a marriage, in a partnership, in a union of any sort, right? Coming forward, coming up in front of us, harmony in the air. Might be in like the honeymoon stage, maybe a new relationship, maybe a new friendship for some of us, and everything seems just perfect, right, and good, and wow, you know, nothing can go wrong. It's that type of energy overriding the whole entire month, along with, fire can shine light. It can shine light and it can be beautiful, right? So nothing goes wrong. Relationships, again, old relationships can gain some new kind of harmony. It's a situation where we're moving in tandem with someone, and things are going really smoothly, whether it's love relationship or friendships or work relationship. Everything's good and peaceful. We're being respectful of each other. They call this the card of the Mutual Admiration Society. Oh dear, you're so wonderful. No, you're the one that's wonderful, dear. That kind of energy. It's a good energy. A lot of times this one can refer to like matches between, the sexes, or a good match. I've met my match, a good match, but it can also mean joining with someone else maybe that I really like or admire for some type of a project, or, like a friend or a teammate at work, things along those lines also, doesn't necessarily mean coupling, but I'm going to say for a lot of us, it just might mean a coupling, and it might mean a new one too. For some of us, it might be a new one, because now we got the 10 of rods. I'm like, oh, that figures, it's a card of taking up, carrying the burden all on our backs. But it's a card that means taking up new responsibilities for appropriate to a new cycle in our life, because 10 reduces to 1. So there's a new cycle, a better cycle coming in towards us. So even if it's heavy or burdensome, is the word. Even if it's heavy, we would have the strength and the character to carry it. And we feel like we can do anything, even if it's a really tough thing, a really difficult thing. And we Leos can. We set our mind to something. You are not moving us. Sometimes with this card, all that we did, labor, could have went for nothing. And we're carrying burdens that don't really belong to us, and we could be weary, like the whole world is on our shoulders. But even so, it's up to us, whether the burdens we're carrying are the heavy responsibility, and we have respect down here, are, as our word, this heavy responsibility, is it legitimately ours, or someone else shirking their part? Sometimes one member of the family or one member of an organization gets all the dirty work, period. And it's because it's the simple reason they're willing to do it. And we Leos are really hard workers. When we know something has to get done, we do it. And sometimes people can take advantage of that. So make sure other people, are doing their fair share, and ask for help. If we need it, ask for help, and don't let pride, because we do, you know, we can do it, so we're not going to ask for help from anybody. Don't let that stand in our way. Maybe with this card, maybe someone's been ill around us, perhaps, and we needed to caretake them, for a while, and that's a okay thing. But if it's not mine, it could be the kid that's just out playing around, like our word play here, that I said, take out the garbage. And 2 days later, the garbage is laying on the floor. I'm saying, did you take out that garbage? And I end up doing it myself. So deciding, is this my job, or is it belong to someone else? Legitimately, the coworker that takes off early every single Friday because they make a nail appointment for an hour before work's done, they come over and throw it on my desk and say, Leo, can you just fix this for me? I didn't have time to finish it, and I've got to leave early today. But they do it to us every Friday. In that case, I'd be the one going to the bus. They aren't respecting my time. I'd be handing them back their work, right? And I'd say, you always go play on Friday. I don't get that chance because I'm finishing your work. So, no, I can't. I'm sorry, you're going to have to cancel your appointment because I've more than I can do. You know, it's that type of energy. Someone's always saying, yeah, I'll get to it later, and I'm the one because I'm responsible, and everybody respects me as a leader, and that I will, bring that project forward and get her done type attitude. If this is something I want, because it's a new job or a new partnership, and I'm going into it and it's taken a while to get things worked out, maybe I want that burden, but it's up to us to decide, are we being respected? Do we truly choose the burden? So some of us, we may not be ours, and others of us, it is going to be ours, right? So I don't know how these are going to go. This may be workplace, this could be Two of Cups energy, could be a teammate. For others of us, it might be my partner shirking their duty, or the kids are shirking their duty, and we're all stuck here in quarantine, and I'm the one cooking, cleaning, and if I could find toilet paper, you'd probably want me to wipe your butt right now. Maybe it's that kind of energy too, where go wipe your own butt energy. You'll see. It'll come into our life, But like I said, remember, fire can burn, but it also can bring heat, warmth, and light, right? So watch. I think Gemini and Cancer both got something a little similar to that, but I think theirs was a little harsher. We're being asked to step back, be respectful, bring a healing energy, justice and fairness, and understanding others' motivations for what they said before we start, and let our little fire out there, because the next card here is the King of Swords energy. This is going to be male or female, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energetics, and I think Aquarius is the opposite of our sign. I am not an astrologer, so don't take it, me for like this is word of God, because I barely know my own sun sign, but it's that kind of energy. It can also be sun, moon, or rising, male or female, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, maybe someone outside of us, that's coming in to our lives. It could be the person, that we're siding up with, or maybe someone we're partnered with, or a new partnership coming in, a boss maybe. This is a person of power and authority, right? But they have but a willingness to use force, but only if necessary. So it's a very mature, strong energy, right? It is a person of power. If it's a person in our life, a person of power with strength and authority, sometimes if they say this is Libra, sometimes they say it's Gemini, it doesn't make any difference. It's air energy coming in. Maybe some of us are being called up to gather up some of this air energy. I forgot the original. Doesn't air, flame, doesn't that fan the fire? Make sure it's light and heat and warmth. There we go. Something like that. It has to do with mental processes. What's going on up here. If it is a person, it'll represent someone that is usually does some kind of mental work, like a professional researcher, a lawyer, a military officer, a good counselor. They have well, how did they say that? Acute mental dexterity. They think on their feet. They think clearly, they think rapidly, and they're able to speak their thoughts with, the word is considerable eloquence. You know, lawyer type energy coming up around us there. If it's not a person around us, it's a situation in which these qualities are called for. Thinking on our feet, knowing the facts, finding out the motivation, speaking and making decisions on the spot that are wise, right? When it comes, sometimes we're moving forward into some kind of really big spiritual breakthrough. A lot of times too, with this kind of energy, that can come forward for us. I love King of Swords energy. It's mature. It can use force, but only if it has to. So it is just. It is a fair energetics, right? That understands the facts, and it would understand motivation too. Doesn't make a split-second decision, but if it needed to use force, it will and it can. This month, this is a strong energetic, so I'm not sure, but I'm thinking maybe with that word respect down here, I'm thinking maybe some of us are going to be like, take this on, Leo. Take this on. This ability to use force, but only if necessary. Very mature energy. For others of us, it might be a new partner coming in or a new friend, because they're general readings, or it could be making a new partnership, an old partnership new again, and I'm saying that because of this next card, the Empress, and that's the card of fertility or nurturing someone else. And with that 10 of uh, ouch, trying to move around here. My butt's getting with that 10 of rods there, we could have been nurturing someone through illness, but we would have wanted to do it, and we'd have the capacity and the character and the strength to be able to do it. For some of us, that may be what this means, but it's being supportive of someone like your kid if they were sick, or your spouse, that kind of energy. It can refer also to a pregnancy, and especially with that 2 of Cups in there. So if some of us want to get pregnant or have a baby, it's a really fertile time. uh, it also, because, and it's upright too, it means it's the right time for us to nurture someone, because we have the ability without to do so without depleting ourselves. We would have that capacity, we would have the strength. Now I'm going to say this, and it's not upside down, but I'm going to say it anyhow. With that 10 of Rods, if this is upside down, it could mean some of us, right? Some of us, not all of us, but some of us may be over nurturing, and we are not nurturing ourselves, which is generally what we do as Leos. We're generous to everyone except our own self. So think about that. If I'm the Leo that overgave, you know, now may be the time to speak up for myself. If it was in a relationship, energy, or in a work energy, whatever. Now, if I'm over giving, which is, like I said, our strong suit, we're generous just by nature, and we overgive a lot. So if I'm going to take on that King of Swords energy here, and I'm going to back up and ask for help, ask for whatever it is that I need, and go in and nurture myself. So I feel the energetics like on one side of us, yes, I want to take this burden on because I'm really happy to take it on. On the other side, and I want this partnership, and I want fertility and growth in the partnership, like the Empress energy. For others of us, it may be, no, I don't. No, I don't. I've got to step back and take care of me. That type of energy, and I'm willing to tell you too, because we have that King of Swords, but only if necessary. I'm going to be fair and just about it when I tell you what I think, and I will understand the motivation behind it, because the next card, we got the 3 of Swords. I hate this one. These cards, I love them because they're very brightly colored. They're called Morgan Greer Tarot deck, and I picked them purposely because I love really deep colors and deep shades of color. It's important to me, but this one has blood dripping off the end, and I'm like, wow, So this is a card of breaking up. Sometimes it's a love relationship. It's a card of severance, Um, but there's a sense around this card that if it caused separation or breakup, it was needed, and that the relationship or the friendship or the alliance, with that 2 of Cups, because I said this is some of us it's going to go one way, and some of us it's going to go the absolute opposite way, where something, even an alliance had worn out its usefulness to us, and although there's sorrow, there's regret, there's sadness, goes along with that, the end result is a positive result. So the feeling, pain, separation, all that kind of stuff that we felt right now, quite possibly that is the way it reads in the area of love for some of us, or a love triangle. This can mean also, maybe cheating, things like that, you know, whatever. It's like a third party coming into what we thought was a stable situation, and then all this crap happens, and it was ready to happen anyhow. It's what it says. Maybe we weren't seeing something, maybe we had rose-colored glasses on, so whatever died, kinda, in those kind of words, needed to be allowed to disintegrate in our psyche, up here in our psychic structure. It was no longer good. And the card itself means don't hold on to the past. So for a lot of us, it's going to be past tragedy, breakup, betrayal, separation. But look, the sun, the light, our Leo light, remember, heat, light, of our original message is coming out behind here. And it's overshadowing the dark clouds. And we have the word healing here. So it's saying break from the past that harmed us and move forward with that Empress energy into, the stability and the stability and the good energetics that are being brought forth in our future. Now, whether this is work, like, a work energy, I don't know. I do know that whatever it is, right? Whatever it is, it's going to be an important type energy to us, and it's going to cause healing, peace, and bring us back into the presence and bring us into that, once again, into the sense of play, back into that sense of play, back into that healing, Oh God, you can't make up angel cards. I can't get the glare off of there for you, I don't think, but it's blessing in disguise. Ouch. Blessing in disguise. I don't know, boy. It's that what appears to be a problem actually is part of your answered prayer. You'll understand the reasons behind your present situation as everything resolves. Trust in heaven's protection and infinite wisdom to answer your prayer in the very best possible way. I don't know about those blessings in disguise, Leo, but it's a good thing. I think this is like an excellent month for us, It says, angels sent you this card to help you recognize the blessing in the midst of apparent challenge. What you've appeared to have lost needed to fall away, and it will be replaced with something even better. Have no fear for your future, but continue praying and following the guidance that comes through repetitive feelings, thoughts, visions, and words. It says, when one door closes, another opens. The how is up to God with respect to the best way to answer the prayers. Release the need to control and predict the outcome, and trust. Trust. That's what it's saying. I don't know. I wish I could tell you guys where these come down at in your life, but it's quite interesting, huh? And no, there's light behind that Three of Swords, and the Empress energy is fertility, fresh new starts, new beginnings, wonderful things coming out of, even if I had to carry the burden. Well, Leo, that's our reading for this month. I want to tell you all thank you for your likes, shares, your subscribes, and for your comments. I read each and every one of them. I really appreciate them. If anybody wants to know more about me, or just go neb about me, or if you'd like to set an appointment, all of the information is down below the screen in the About section over at the website. There's also 2 short videos over at the website. One's about the prayer class. It's very comprehensive. It explains how and why and to format prayers the way you do. It's 2.5 hours long. A video over there explains it, and the other is the sutra classes I put out there for you, and those are simple thought forms you put in a meditation. It takes 5 minutes a day, and it enhances the clear perceptions dramatically. So to everybody I've met through 4 whole years of doing YouTubes now, and to all of you I've met through 32 years of doing this work, I want to tell you, oh, it's an honor, privilege, and a pleasure, and a joy to serve you, and hopefully I'll see you back here next month. Bye-bye.